For 15 it says decompose h of x into f of x and g of x so that f composed with g of x is equal to h of x. So we're trying to break up the composed function into the two original functions, one inside of the other. So this is definitely backwards of what we've been doing, where we take one function, plug it into the other one. Now we want to see what were the original two functions. This is very important for calculus. So I kind of want to look at what the outside structure of the function is. I would say that that would be this parenthesis with this cubed. So that's like the outside structure of the function. The inside of the function is like the 1 plus x squared. So I mean, if you look at it, if you take the 1 plus x squared and plug it back in here, you should get the original function. So this should work, and all that's left is we need to just define these as two functions. So this is going to be f of x is equal to, now I can't leave it as a parentheses, I need to say what is something that we can plug numbers into, and that would be x. So instead of using parentheses, I do want to call this x cubed. And then the other function would be g of x is equal to 1 plus x squared. So that'll be our answer. Now it does say defining one function simply as x is not acceptable. So the reason why that is, so this is our answer, and there are multiple correct answers, so if you pick something else, you could still be right. One answer that's not acceptable is if you have one of our functions like this, and the other function like this. Now if you plug x back in here, you do get the original function, but this doesn't really help us when we get to calculus and calculus 2. So that's why it's not allowed. So we want to break it up into two different functions. Having one of them be just the original function, having one of them be x is not going to help out at all, even though it actually works when you plug one back in. Okay, so let's look at 18. This one, identifying the structure, is kind of maybe a little bit harder, but the main structure is the fraction. So we have 1 over this denominator. So this would be our main structure, and the inside of the function would be the x plus 1. So x plus 1. Again, if you were to plug this back into here, you would get the original function. So I just need to define my answers. So f of x is equal to, I can't say 1 over parentheses, so I need to say 1 over x. And my g of x is equal to x plus 1. And those are my two functions.